Welcome to the Welsh Woodman workshop, and in tonight's project I've got 2 lumps of green oak, different sizes, and we're going to have a go at wood turning these into some table lamps. Now a very good friend of mine has given me these, so hopefully there'll be a nice little gift for him at the end then. And if you do enjoy tonight's project, please consider supporting me in subscribing to my channel by hitting the link below, as that's really going to help me out in getting more videos like this your way. So hope you enjoy. So there's 2 shapes then. I'm going to do a small sort of ball shaped type one out of this block, and I think I'm going to have to go for like an elongated type shape. So this tree has a little bit of a twist to it, so we should pick up some nice sort of grain patterns and getting that nice and straight. So let's see how this goes. We'll start with the ball one first. Right, so we just got him hooked up now to a faceplate. So we're going to face off the sides. I'm going to get rid of all this bark, and I'm going to start doing my round shape with a bowl gouge. So rather than trying to take it off all in one go, I'm just stepping the tool piece, so pushing it in there, removing that bark pieces. So looking at the top of the piece, that's going to be my shape, my profile. So I'm going to start rounding these corners over. I'm going to increase the speed slightly. Just in balance now. Now by increasing the speed, it's going to help me take the shavings away a bit faster. So just working on the foot section now, blending this curve into the bottom. I tried doing it as a big ball, but in my head it didn't look right. So trying to adapt this now, blend it in. So I'm going to be using a very long boring drill bit, just turn the handle on the end of it in the centre, and I drill a slight hole with my bowl gouge to begin with. We're going to drill down to the depth we want, so pushing in and out, and the pulling out is really important because you're clearing all the sawdust on the threads. So we've gone in that deep, and that'll allow us then to drill a hole in the bottom and then thread some 2 strands sort of wire through so we can wire the lamp up. So here's the sort of finished form. So we've got a nice mini foot gradually going into the curve there. We've got a little bit of that cambrium layer of the bark, and we've got the beautiful badillery rays coming through. You can see where I've done a little slight hollow into that central hole where we're going to be fitting the wire later on. But it's a lovely contrast then you can see between the heartwood and the sapwood coming round on this oak. So there's a beautiful bit of wood. I hope Aaron's going to be happy with this. Right, so it's time to apply a finish. What I'm going to do, because this is very green still, is I'm just going to put a nice thick coat of wax over the top. Because the pith is still in the wood, we might get some cracks or shakes on this piece, but I think with the shape that'll just add to a little bit of the character, I think. So just applied a light wax, paste wax over the top. It's going to control the drying out process. Now we've got the nerve-wracking bit next of drilling a boring hole in so we can thread the wire through the middle and out towards the plug. So I've got like an Argo style bit I'm going to go nice and slowly with. So I know roughly where I need to stop. You should feel like a little pop sensation if you got into that central hole. Always the nerve-wracking bit this, so we'll see how we go. Oh, there you go. Now if I've done everything right, I should be able to thread a wire through that hole and it come out the middle. Let's give it a go. So it's got some, where is it? Oh, that's good. Never happens first time. Really happy with that. Right. Brilliant. So that's where the electrics are going to be fitted. So one down, one to go. Let's get the next one on here. Let's get that turned round. Let's drill some nice big pilot holes. And we're going to be racking in these long wood screws onto this faceplate. And this should really help secure this as we're turning. Right, this one's going to be really out of balance as we put it on because it's got this big old arch sort of twist to it. But we'll see what we can get. And this is why I love this machine so much. So just put it onto the faceplate and we can see how balanced this is. The machine's not even rocking and we're going about 800 RPM there round. Gonna get him roughed out now and turned into a shape. I think with this one we'll just face off the top, then we'll accentuate this curve, so we'll make use of it, and I'll maybe keep a little bit of natural edge bark on this piece. Okay, we've got this sort of final profile of the top of the lamp done. We can see where this tree was fell. We're getting a lot of rot, central rot, throughout the entire pith coming through in these little yellow spots. And you can see these little dots then around there. That's actually really spongy in there. Starting to spalt as well. I see some of those black lines coming through. But quite happy with that sort of top profile. Going to blend in the bottom. I think I'm going to even leave the moss on this one. Leave it quite natural. So we're going to have a look at the profile then that we've got. So we've got the top sort of all sweeping in. You can see the rot more up close there. So just got to bore a hole in the end. And we've sort of matched the shape then from the top going into the bottom. So I want like a vase type shape to be sort of emerging from this piece, but at the same time having this natural edge strip, because I thought that was really important. I managed to keep the moss as well, which is pretty nice. Right, we're going to bore this out, and then we drill and a little bit of wax, and we'll have a look and compare them together. So I've just drilled in my angle hole again, and a little trick to test if they meet up. You can put your drill bit through, the shank end first, and just a metal rod then. If we're hearing a clinking noise, so it's touching the drill bit, so I know those are meeting up. So that should, in theory, allow me to thread it through. Now I've always found it quite difficult with these large angles. Never had it go through once straight away, but we'll give it another go. I think I got a fluke on the other one. So you can see we've got the two lamps complete. All we've got to do now is wire them up. So the round one is starting to take a few checks, some cracks, as I thought it would with the pith drying out, but this has been seasoning out for quite a while now. And the other one I wanted to go with a shape a bit like a Greek sort of vase emerging from a log, so kind of like that. Let me know in the comments which one's your favourite for the shapes. I'd be really interested to find out. And I hope if you enjoyed tonight's video, if you have, please consider supporting me in subscribing to my channel by clicking the link below, as that's really going to help me get more videos like this
your way. So I hope you have a great night. Diolch yn fawr. Nos da.